Good times on everybody, and welcome back to ZSR 2 for a... That's really loud. For another open mode CC match, which is already starting, so I'm going to give it right over to Rocky the Talk so I can put this thing over.
Thanks, Tom. Yes, welcome in everyone to this Group E matchup between Quizbowl and Skatzman. We have a standard open race today. So a quick map check there on both rudder sets. Look like we have blue crystals all around in the light world. So you know where we're going. This is a standard 7-7 race with pretty. This is the standard Link to the Past randomizer setting, so should be a good time. Scats did take the first race against Quizbowl, so he is up 1-0 there. Unfortunately for Scats, he has already been eliminated from the tournament. No matter how this match ends, actually Skatzman is eliminated, and Quizbowl will be moving on. We know from the match between Tal and H-Tom Servo that Tal will take first place in the group, and Quizman will take second, either by going 4-2 and then a bunch of tiebreakers that he ends up tying and then losing to Tal, or he goes 3-3 and then wins the tiebreaker against H-Tom Servo. So but always like to have a good race. Both these runners obviously want to pick up a win here to finish the group stage strong. So we did see some money, some heart pieces, a mushroom. Got some bombs there on the drop down, so won't be hunting for bombs as we head into Kakariko on Quizbowl's side. All right, let's see what Kakariko has to offer today. Nice tree pull there on Skatzman's side to get the Zora money right away. Oh, first sword in Blind's Hut. Very nice. A little bit more money, and that was just a heart piece on the Lumberjack drop down, so we won't be worrying about Ega today, unless for some reason Ega is our Dark World access, so. We did nothing but money in that sword, but early sword in any mode is great to see. As Skats does grab that heart container out of the forest. Well, it's just some money. See, kind of being stingy to start here. I'm giving us lots of bombs. Alright, it's going to be a bombs and money seed, apparently. Oh, and our first shield. All of our shield lover friends, we got our first shield at 3 minutes, 30 seconds. 10 arrows that we can't do anything with. And Skatzman is now also in Kakariko, will be getting his sword. Blue mail. That could be good or bad early on. If we're we need having to do death warps. It's gonna take some more time with that blue mail, but obviously like a little bit of safety, especially on low hearts to start. So kind of a double-edged sword there. We will see how this plays out. Alright, so headed down to the library and race game. We'll see what they're hiding for us today. We've got... Ooh, that is a glove. We definitely would be coming back to the library once we find our boots. Good to know where that is. We'll definitely be rushing that as soon as we can. Just 20 rupees on the race game, so that'll be staying there for the rest of the race. And there's Quizbowl picking up his mushroom. And rather than going up and checking Uncle and escape, he's gonna, looks like, head straight to turn in that mushroom. Kind of a bit tricky setup there. People are so used to playing with, if they're used to playing boots. Boots there's pretty free because you can bonk, but always that setup can be a little tricky to get that like fake flipper. And of course, we'll see on Quizbowl side if he chooses to save scum this, if there's something that he doesn't need here to possibly fake powder, or if he just takes it and runs. All right, not save scumming that at all. All right, 6 minutes in, we have our Moon Pearl. So, very nice find. We'll see how long Skatzman takes to get there to turn that mushroom in, as Quizbowl is officially headed to the South Shore and is headed to the dam. Alright, interesting play from Skatzman. Not checking the race game and just going at it blind. So he'll see that 20, just a few extra seconds of time lost there, but nothing big in the grand scheme of things this early. All right, more Divergent. So looks like Scatman's, he was up here checking Uncle earlier. Looks like he's probably going to be headed to the escape sequence. This early on, I don't think it's really a bad play. You've got so much open for you. You're kind of just hoping, that you pick the right set early and get that quick payout. But we see some bomb strats there in Mini Moldorm Cave. Okay. See what escape has for us today. We've got 10 arrows. Alright, well, we got Quake out of Mini Moldorm Cave, so that may come in handy, may not. Only time will tell. Yeah, this, we've seen a lot of checks. We haven't seen, obviously, Eastern or Regina, but, really the seat's not opening up for us as of right now. So we'll see which one of these runners kind of finds that progression first. More money there in back of in the escape, so let's see what Ice Rod Cave has for us today. It is more bombs. Looks like maybe Eastern's gonna be where our progression is. We know that it is a blue crystal, so we will have to beat it, but we are a couple items away from being able to beat it, if we don't have our bow, and of course logically we would need our lamp. Oh, but there are boots and Zelda cell, so that is a great find on Skatzman's side. No doubt he's gonna go and get his glove, be able to access some stuff. Ooh, got a sword on Lake Hylia Island. Always good to have access to that second sword, and know where it's at. Hopefully that'll be, sword 3 or sword 4 for these runners, but at least we do know where our second one is. First bottle. Nice green goo there. Main under the bridge, just some more bombs. Like I said, this is definitely a bombs and money seed. Always funny to see how the game gives us those just items that's just going to throw at us over and over and over early on. It's a kid, just a piece of heart. He probably could have used that more than we could. Alright, so Skatzman is the first to get that glove. And we'll see what he chooses to do with it next. Oh, there's our hammer and our hook shot. Dang, that is a stacked cave there. Oh, those being there, boots. We know where boots are, we know where glove is, so we know at 10 minutes or just about 11 minutes already that Dark World access is really early, really logical. It's just, where are the flippers? I'm guessing the flippers are in Eastern to open everything up for us. We could also be here in back of escape. They are not, unfortunately. Because we'll headed to check Uncle. Probably headed to the back of escape now rather than Eastern, but we will see what he chooses to do. Alright, Skatzman headed to South Shore. Runners just doubling back over one another at this point. It's a pretty standard early play in a seed, in a open seed like this. So not surprised. Kind of surprised neither runner has chosen to run to check Saha. That's something that a lot of runners will do early. Check Saha, check the deposit, see what he's holding, and then do other things, especially on Skatzman's side with having those boots. A lot of times you'll see runners do that, but again, I don't think there's ever a bad play this early. It's just a matter of, like I said, who finds what first. So it looks like we're going to get a desert check. Looks like he is setting up a ledge check for us. And then we'll go into Agina. And we get just 20 bucks on the ledge. Alright, what is Agina? Yeah, we could have vanilla flipper song glues. Yep. We definitely have the money for it. We have logical access to get to Zora. Unfortunately, Quizbowl did not have the money the first time that he went up there. It looks like where Skatzman will have the money the first time he goes up to Zora. So we'll see what Zora has for us. Definitely could be vanilla. Alright, Skatzman, where are you headed? Yeah, he's headed to Mini Moldorm Caves. He runs south one more time. So he'll pick up, Skatzman will pick up his quick as Quizbowl is just about to pick up his boots. So he's setting up a death warp here. I wonder if he's going to try to check the Dark Cross in the dark. Or if he chooses to take those boots somewhere else. Nope, he is headed. Even though he did find those boots, he's going to go ahead and check Dark Cross while he's here. So new check here for us on Quizbowl side. Oh, yeah, it's been taking an unfortunate hit on getting electrified there. Yeah, you're right, Payne. It should be the map. You're right, we've not seen the map. So used to calling other types of randos this tournament that forget that the map and compass for this and all the keys are going to be in their own dungeon. So a big thanks to the Pain and to Talk for tracking, pushing all the buttons, and help keeping me on task tonight as I run this by myself. Not the first time I've done solo comps, but it's been a while, so always big thanks to the trackers and everyone behind the scenes who help put these races on. Right, Skatzman getting his knowledge. That sword is sitting there on like Hylia Island. Alright, Quiz taking those boots. Same path that Skatzman did, got that green bottle, checks the kid, and then he'll go and grab his mitts. And then I expect he'll also jump into the back of Escape. It just kind of makes the most sense with kind of the way he's running, unless he chooses to, you know, run to Eastern just to throw me off here. Yeah, that was an unfortunate loss of his water walk there. So did not make it to the Zora area. Gonna head to Eastern instead, as Quiz gives us our first Dark World check. Green Pendant, Skull Woods. Okay. Red Mail. Second bottle. Red Boomerang. And 10 arrows. Alright, so like 2.5 out of 10 for Hype Cave. Yeah, good to see Boomerang, good to see Mail, but really nothing else there. Yeah, Mitts and Saha. That's a big find. Oh. So that was I was looking at the other screen, of course, when Quiz hit his map check there. Alright. So tracker saying Pendant Thieves, Pendant Mire, Reds on Swamp and Ice. Who's digging for treasure? Just 10 arrows. As Skatzman just about to get his Moon Pearl there. Alright, so he is gonna take those mitts and head to Zora. So we'll see our Zora check here. Unfortunately, he will not be able to get that hook shot and the bow, or hook shot and hammer, excuse me. So he does now have Dark World access. He only has it at one spot, where Quiz can has multiple ways to get into the Dark World. Do see our Arrow of Destiny there on Zora Ledge. Quiz headed into Skull Woods. Okay, that is not a scam today. That is a nice fire rod. So at this point, even though Scats missing that hammer and hookshot with mitts and fire rod, very interesting. Wonder when Quizbowl will get back over into the Zora area and the eastern area. So got a key, our first key there. As Skatzman takes his first trip into the Dark World, there are our flippers. So it will be interesting to see when Scats makes use of those flippers to get it back to Waterfall. And also how Quizbowl uses them to kind of be able to make his way back to the Zora area. He knows that Zora's been in Logic, and while already has the Waterfall Fairy, that Zora check has got to be in the back of his mind. All right, and Skatzman choosing to take that fire rod straight to the back. But we know that Moth is just the green pendant, so we won't, more likely we won't be seeing him. So he's just back here to grab this treasure chest and then work his way forward. Not a bad play. Unfortunately, just a small key. We did see Quiz grab the big key there, so he'll be able to grab this big chest. And we rewarded with another 300. Any mold arms beating him up some. Yeah, I agree, Sunglaze. I can't imagine that he'll do Zora until he can do Catfish, unless he's got so many open checks right now. It just doesn't make sense for him to go back over there for a one-off. Just the money there, bumper ledge. All right, and Quizbowl is headed into the Village of Outcasts. Just $50 in C-shaped house. Skatzman getting his flippers. Get a brewery check. Really, the flippers are the only thing of interest that we saw there in Gold Woods. We did not see the compass, so the compass, that is what Moth sitting on today. As Skatzman gets his bumper ledge check, and Quizbowl heads into Town. Okay, so this will be interesting. These fully clearable on Quizbowl's side, where Skatzman, of course, is missing that hammer still. Obviously, the one nice thing is the key can lock itself here in the basement, and we'll see if that's the case. If that hammer is 100% necessary to get all the items here, or not. Skats is in the Village of Outcasts, kind of following the same path that Quizbowl is on right now. So, oh, nice mirror. And there is our big key. So, knowing that that's just a pendant. Knowing we found 2 items there in the front, not surprised that just doing that front 4 and then heading out. We'll see where he chooses to go next. Alright, so he's making the run to the east. He's definitely going to go grab the second sword. No problem here. Great early pickup. Get us our sword beams, double our damage. Yeah, they both did have, that angle to pick up to use those flips to get, what we know they need to go grab. But at least in Quizbowl, he just grabs that sword, saves and quits, and heads back to the portal. Kind of surprising there. I guess I don't know if it's faster to just go to pod if that's your plan. Without a bow, I may just be wanting to avoid that and do a fully clearable swamp instead. You always be clearing dungeons. You can grab, finish a dungeon. Runner's thought process is go finish the dungeon first, and then hope that the items in the clearable dungeons will point you to the next clearable dungeon. So Skatzman getting his map check there on the Dark World, gets that knowledge of where everything is real quick. Oh yeah, I mean, I think no matter where we were headed, we were going to grab that sword first, right? There's fighter sword anything in the Dark World is horrible. You're not supposed to have the fighter sword in the Dark World. So if you can upgrade and it's a quick and easy upgrade, you definitely go grab that. Alright, so interesting, we got a smith turn in here. Alright, got our second bottle. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely, each runner is going to use their own comfort level. I'm with Quiz. I would have grabbed that sword first. Fighter sword, hammer, are, yes, not fun. They're a little bit farther away, and it's not a great quick swap. Typically, when you see runners, Bombos and KM45 there. Normally when you see runners use that strat, they do open the menu to go back and forth. So I think all of us who play Link to the Past have had to do that slow back and forth. Right, just a full heart container there in Stumpy. Gonna use our glitch to leave that treasure chest behind us, still be able to turn it in here. Yeah, menu Argus is only worth it if you're swordless. I mean, you're not wrong. Again, I think it just comes down to your comfort level. Purple chest, just 20 rupees. Do get our big key on left side swamp. So, Chris would be able to get all the items here. Alright, yes, Skatzman's first gonna dip into Hype Cave. We know just red mail and red boomerang here. That is his third bottle though, and that one's empty. So interesting game, giving us bottles of all sorts today. We've got red goo or green goo. I think we had a fairy, now an empty. And Skatzman heading also to grab that sword before anything else. Right. Full container, compass. Alright, so Skatzman headed back into his portal, and we'll see where he's headed. Looks like we're gonna get a pyramid check here on Skatzman's side. As Quiz is just about ready to drop to get into the Argus fight. Ugh. Had speed there and unfortunately got hit. He's gonna grab that heart container or heart piece there. I'm sure these runs would be like to be on more than eight hearts, 7 or 8 hearts that they're on right now. That was good to give you at like 10. That red mail though makes it not so bad. Skatzman headed into Pod Eastern area, so we'll see this area for the first time. Nice spins there on Quizbowl side, and Argus is down for our flute. Alright, and our first crystal at 32 minutes and 12 seconds. Alright, so looks like this, Swamp was definitely a smart play. Got our first crystal, but more importantly, we got our flute there. So that opens up logical mountain access on both east and west side access. Of course, he doesn't have Dark World access yet, but we know that it is available for him. So we'll see how long it takes him to get over there. Yeah, I mean, Sunglish, you're. I think you're right. They both definitely have items there that they need that they're not going to get for a while. What's interesting is that they both have the ability to get up there. And both Light and Dark World, so they could just mirror check both of them, but get an old man rescue here on Quizbowl's side. And Skatzman headed to the back. Not going to the Bollock side yet. Old man just has 10 arrows for us. Quiz kind of just shaking his head there, so I can see Quiz's face cam, so I kind of saw when he went into that cave there by accident, kind of just the shake of the head. Okay, so that's another nice find there on Quizbowl's side. as we do find Kane of Samaria there in the arcade. So not only is he, Quiz going to be able to check East Stuff Mountain here, he's going to be able to clear Hera. Just misses that bomb jump, so that is kind of a tricky little bomb jump there. Definitely one that's easy to miss if you're not just set up just right. So always big props to these runners for trying that out. What is the world record in challenge? I am not sure there, Kit Kat. You know, the thing about Izzy Seeds, you know, it's just hard. You can't really compare one seed to another. So definitely seen, you know, some quick, you know, especially in open mode, you can see anything from like an hour 20. We had in open mode in the main tournament that I watched a couple weeks ago that was like almost 2 hours, which is crazy for an open seed. But so you just never know what you're getting. And so not a lot going on there in pod. Right, so more money for Quizbowl. Right, and of course, Skatzman unable to complete pod for a couple reasons. No bow and no hammer. So not even going, I don't know, maybe he's not comfortable with Specty Clip or doesn't know it, doesn't know Potion Glitch to check Bowlock side. So just heads out and heading to Eastern. Right, Quizbowl on his way to hit Tower of Hera. Did I say Specky? I meant Mimic Clip. Thank you. Yep, I did mean Mimic Clip. So we're going to see a Hera Pot here on a Quizbowl side. Just 20 rupees there. Single rupee on Skatzman's side. Skatzman headed to check the back of Eastern. Basically the easiest kind of dark room in the game. Quizbowl taking on Moldorm there, no problem. Gets rewarded with his second crystal and just 20 rupees. But it does take a 2-0 lead in our crystal count. So Skatzman picking up his big key there. Gonna head back and see if this is a vanilla bow. It is not, just 20 rupees. Alright, so we'll see where Skatzman heads next. Kind of getting pushed towards that waterfall area and Zora area, which is where we know that he needs to head. Let's see if that's where he is headed. You know, him walking out here Yeah, I agree. Pretty much has to be Catfish Waterfall. I don't know why you wouldn't walk out otherwise. Quizbowl finally checking the back of Escape. We knew there was nothing but a heart container there. It's that key that he knows that doesn't need. But he's got his flute out. Let's see where he heads next. Alright, so both of our runners are in the areas that they need to be in. So we're gonna have Skatzman getting his his hammer and hook shot, and we have Quiz getting his mitts. So very interesting. These runners getting the items they need. So really for Quiz, it's just a matter of when he gets back up to the store area to get that fire rod. Very just giving bees and bottles. All right, so question kind of starts to become like, what do these runners do next? Quiz obviously going to dip into Pod Eastern. We know that what he needs is there. He does have the Mire area open now. So we'll see if that's where he chooses. Oh, he is going to flute away here. Oh, he is headed to Dark Death Mountain. Okay. And Skatzman is headed into Swamp. Alright. So Skatzman's a few minutes away from getting his flute here, and we'll see if there's anything on Dark Death Mountain for Quizbowl. Of course, we know that that fire rod is required since TR is one of our 7 crystals. Sorry if I can go quiet for a sec. My dogs are running around. My wife just got home from work, so the dogs are excited to see her and making lots of pitter patters. Alright, let's see what Super Bunny Cave has for us today. Full heart and our powder. Okay, so nice safety item in the form of that powder. It's 12th heart for Quizbowl. Enya somebody points out in chat that Scats can actually head straight to ice, and he has a full clearable ice. We are literate on a Quizbowl side. If you find our book, it's our 4th bottle location, and that's it. All right. And we're gonna get the knowledge of what we need for TR, and it is just Bombos. I was trying to figure out what Quizbowl was doing. He's going to read the tablet. Makes sense. It's like he's not going to go try to brute force his way through the cave there, is he? No, he's just going to read a tablet. Okay, so there's our other rod. So we won't be having an ice rod hunt today. So get your guesses in chat as to what you believe our go mode item of the day is going to be. Or at least our no mode. What item are we going to, between two runners, collectively find last? Bow and TR. Okay. That would be something else. But yeah, this rate, you know, anything is possible. We are forgetting our. We just found our ice rod, so we're good there. We had no ice rod hunts. Ice rod on Ether Tablet. You are correct. Ice rod was not marked on the tracker yet. Quiz also has his powder. I'm not sure which one of our trackers, if Payne or Tom, which one of you are tracking Quizbowl, but he did find his powder. It's like coming through the back door here on Desert. You just mirror back out. Okay, so we can get into Meyer, and once Quiz gets to his bombos, he'll have logical access to both half magic and bombs there in Meyer Shed. As Skatzman does pick up crystal number 1, and more importantly, he picks up his flute at 47 minutes. First, I was like, is Quizbowl waiting till he has a better loadout, better sword? But I just realized he doesn't have a fire source, so he actually can't go into the back desert to beat Landmo. You're literally... Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You are right, Alonso. We are just a bow from no mode. Yeah. As we do get our national anthem on Skatzman's side. Quiz headed into Meyer. See how much time he chooses to spin here, knowing that it is a pendant. Skatzman, of course, uses Matt Flute to head up the mountain. Skatzman doing his old man rescue. Second check here. Oh, there's a fire source. Game's got jokes on jokes today. Skatzman about to get his cane. Let's see it there. Okay, so I'm kind of surprised here that Quiz is continuing on to cutscene. With that fire source, really, he could go finish desert. We're still looking for a bow for Pod Eastern. Yeah, that we are a bow away from no mode. These runners have to crisscross each other's paths to kind of get there, unfortunately. At this point, even though Skatzman was kind of long to get to that first crystal, that fire rod is going to be a huge advantage in his routing. So yeah, that bug placement, yeah, you're right, could be the bailout here. The other thing, unfortunately with, Scotsman will be able to single clear Death Mountain where, it wasn't a long double clear with you having the flute already, but, it's still time that Skatzman won't have to burn. They got one fairy in a bottle. And so I think it is possible to do Spike Cave. But logically we need 14 hearts to do it without a bottle, without a fairy, or without one of the safety items. So yeah, so he has 2 fairies now. Okay. Again, big thank you to Tracker Salmatalk and the Pain. So, this isn't going to be an easy viddy fight on Quizbowl side. Fighter sword, hammer, that's about all we really got. We don't have bow and arrow. We don't have any safety items to run through these guys, through these little eyeballs. So we'll see how Quizbowl does here. He does grab that powder for that fairy refill. Then go ahead and take that damage, get those spins in. Does get, let's see, 3 down. Is going to take advantage of the fact that he's got those fairies. Unfortunately, Skatzman did take a bump there. Back up to Mulgorm for round number 2. So, Quizbowl knows he's got one more fairy. Using hammer strats there against Viddy. Oh no, Scats! That is unfortunate. Surprised that he's not. He's using spin strats there. I'm surprised that he's not using. I'm trying to use just hammer strats. Especially after taking out 2 bumps there. As Quizbowl does complete mine, pick up his first pendant. So we did get our lamp there, but nothing else. So that is going to take that fire source straight into desert and kill Landmo. Alright, that is crystal number 2 on Skatzman's side. He's headed to East of Mountain. So he'll go ahead and open up this portal, and he'll actually be able to open up Turtle Rock right away. He's got access to actually get into Turtle Rock. So we'll see if he dips the front of Turtle Rock at all. I've seen a lot of times runners will grab these first 3 checks and then kind of decide what they're going to do, make a gamble on that ice rod. Of course, we know where it's at, but we will see what Skatzman chooses to do as Quizbowl heads into Landmo. So, nice ice rod shots to get the first 2. Yeah, ice rod just a little bit slower, not able to get those quick shots off like the fire rod. But nice Landmo kill there on Quizbowl's side. He picks up crystal number 3, just shy of 57 minutes. As Skatzman does pick up his powder. Skatzman about to get his book, his 4th bottle. Alright, Quiz doing his routing. This is really the first chance he's had to come over here. And of course, shield on Floating Island that nobody will ever get, so we won't be seeing Mirror Shield today. As Skatzman heads in to Paradox. We're going to get a Bombos tablet check on Quizbowl side. Skatzman up to 13 full hearts. Grab some more money there. Just a heart piece on Bombos. Thank you, chat. And Tomatalk was asking where Bombos was, and actually I was about to ask as well because I could not remember. So a big thank you to Lazoons for reminding us that is in K45. All right, so this is real interesting. This ice rod pick up there on Skatzman's side. He has a fully clearable TR now. We'll see if he heads back over there to work on doing that clear out. Again, I have a feeling that somebody was talking about bow mode, go mode bow. Oh, that is not easy for me to say tonight. And Turtle Rock. At this point, all right. We'll get our first peek at hammer pegs. Heart piece. It does look like Skatzman's headed back up the mountain to TR. I like this play a lot. You've got, again, clear the dungeons that you can clear. You are right here. Hey, you're going to have to make, this climb more than once at this point anyway. Go and clear out a fully clearable dungeon and see what happens. All right, I missed what was there on Magic Bat. As Skatzman is headed into TR. Headed to right side. So I'll take this moment to say, please drop these runners a follow, putting on a great race for us. Both, really strong players, making it deep into this tournament. So that was 20 rupees. Thank you. Unfortunately, Quizbowl getting further and further away from that fire rod. Makes sense that he's going to ice. Ice is fully clearable. We'll also give him Big Bomb. But yes, that is a possibility that Bo could just be sitting there on Big Bomb waiting for us as well. There's our big key. Yeah, Big Bomb, Pyramid, Catfish, Zor is very reasonable at this point. And it could be that's why he chose us. It's ice is like fully clearable with Bombos. And then kind of gives him that path. So he knows he's 2 items away from go mode. We know that Skatzman is just 1 item away. So $300 there on Icebreaker. All right, 1 hour, 3 minutes, 37 seconds. That is go mode for Skatzman. Go mode indeed. Alright, so Skatzman gonna be doing our Pod in the dark, no problem for him, I'm sure. We know that he's never gonna get that lamp today, with it being in Mire. We're still looking for, potentially looking for silvers, looking for, a third sword would be nice. Some, safety items. Just a hard piece there on Quizbowl side. Anything to kind of make Ganon a little bit nicer. Skatzman also missing half magic that Quizbowl found in the Mire area. I consider to be one of the most annoying dark rooms in the game. Dark room and TR never seem to keep track of what direction I'm supposed to be going. Yeah, it's because we'll into Cold Stare. Yeah, not surprised to see got the hammer out. Gonna do some spins here. That red mail is really going to pay off for him, being able to take some hits here. And Skatzman setting up the back door just to be safe as he checks Laser Bridge. Uses some iframes there. Quizbowl using Burna there, trapping those pops in a corner, and does get through. There's the small key for Skatzman. That is crystal number 4 on Quizbowl side. As Skatzman takes a fairy revive there. Does finish clearing out Laser Bridge. And headed to Trinex. Alright, so Quizbowl definitely headed toward Big Bomb Pyramid check. And then we'll see where he heads. Of course, we know that Zora's holding what he needs. Skatzman headed into Trinex. And it will just be his 3rd crystal. Does take down that ice head first. I actually like that play when you're know that it's gonna take you more than one cycle to get rid of the ice on the floor. Gonna use that green potion that we got from our first bottle. Does have one more fairy. Oh, he should be okay as long as he doesn't miss Ice Rod shots here. Alright, so Quizbowl finding a tempered sword there on Pyramid Fairy. Oh, yeah, he's going Potty's turn. Oh, unfortunately, we know this isn't the answer for Quizbowl. Nice Trinex fight there on Skatzman's side to pick up his 3rd crystal. Just over 1 hour and 9 minutes. And rewarded with his 15th heart. So, kind of the world is his oyster at this point for Skatzman. It's just a matter of how he wants to route this. As he does have everything that he needs. Gonna go fill up on potion. Four bottles, 4 blue goos. As he is headed into Ice Palace. Alright, we see Quizbowl on the right side of Pod. So these are checks we had not seen before. Quizbowl using a potion glitch there to get those mimics trapped and then off the screen and get that door open. Nicely done. Blue boomerang. And a key. Yeah, I love that the game lacks object permanence and that you can just trick it that way. Yeah, so I'm trying to get Icebreaker there. See if third time's the charm. Yes, 3 and that is not a super easy trick. So it's newer runners for sure. Even runners who've been around a while. Half magic is in Meyer Shed. It's possible that Skatzman checks that when he goes to Desert, but highly likely that he'll just skip it as well. So, yeah, I think you check, some quick checks, right? You're still looking. He doesn't have a cape. He doesn't have Burna. He'll get Burna. He may or may not get Burna here in Ice, depending on what he checks. But yeah, you're looking for a third sword. You're looking for silvers. Looking for anything to. Yep, there's Burna. You're looking for anything to make Ganon a little bit easier. Yeah, reasonable chance he finds a sword in GT. So because these silvers in the bottom of GT are on the climb as well. So I think there's lots of options at this point for Skatzman to find something. We know that, there's a sword in Pyramid Fairy that he's not going to get. He's not going to take the time to check Pyramid Fairy and turn in Big Bomb. There's no way that's on his plate. So, there you go. Get him in the corner, Skatzman. You got this. We're getting that red mail. Definitely paying dividends. And he's going to use one of his blue goos. Give him his fire rod back. Hit those guys with fire rod shots. And down they go. That is crystal number 4 on Skatzman's side at 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 30 seconds. see where Skatzman is headed into the desert mire area. That's his mirror out. We'll see if he straight mirrors or if he does check. That looks like he's not going to bother checking. Mire shed, head straight into desert. Yeah, and at this point you are straight go moding. And just hoping that you find what you need in GT. And especially in open seas like this, where you know 2 of your checks are, in each dungeon are, your dungeon items. You're less incentivized to fully check dungeons out, and dungeons where you can skip stuff, you're gonna skip stuff. Let's see where Quiz is headed. Maybe headed back to Town. Master Sword Silver, Soul Me Hope, get GT Biggie Not in Hope Chest, yeah. With what, 54, 52, 54 spins on Master Sword Ganon to win. Not an easy fight, especially without half magic. Definitely going to be using those blue goos that he's been buying and stocking up on. Welcome in, Raiders, coming in with Zelda Speedruns 3. You are coming into a challenge cut match between Quizbowl and Skatzman. Skatzman is in the lead. He has been in go mode for about 15 minutes. And at this point, he is just dungeon rushing. We know that the fire rod that Quizbowl needs is on Zora. Once he were to get that, then the bow is in Turtle Rock. So it's been just kind of unfortunate routing for Quizbowl. Skatzman tried to get to Zora, had the money the first time he went to the Zora area, was able to talk to Zora, get that fire rod, where the first time Quizbowl went over there, he did not have enough money, and looks like this is the first time that he's been back over here. So definitely going to be fire rod time. Unfortunately, just not enough time, I don't think, to make up. Skatzman's already checked, has already cleared out Eastern, already cleared out Pod. He's just up, unfortunately, dipping back in here to kill the bosses. As both runners dipped into these looking for that bow that we ended up finding in lava chests. And we found the flippers and skull fairly early on, so this has been in logic for so long. It's gonna feel so bad. Yeah, told Zorwood he thinks that Alright, so Quizbowl headed, looks like Quizbowl's headed to TR, which we know is where he needs to go. So he's, on the path here. It's just a matter of how much time he can make up. They have done basically all the same dungeons, with the exception of Quiz has cleared Mire, and only got the lamp out of there, and Skatzman has cleared the required TR. Yep. So Skatzman got down there, realized he didn't have a key. So unfortunately, he had to mirror back out, go to bow side to get that key that he is missing. We know that there is the blue boomerang and key hanging out there waiting for him. He did realize it. Unfortunately, kind of you got all the way to the dark room before he realized it. Getting his hammer ready, does get that key that he was missing. Take 2 on Skatzman's side. And it's Quizbowl into TR. A part piece for his 15th full heart. Skatzman getting those torches lit, be able to see these guys. And it does have that cane. Let's see if he dashes through the cane or if he just barrels his way through. Just barrels his way through. No problem. Alright, on to Helmosaur. Gets the arrow shots off. Helmosaur is down for crystal number 5. Or can I count? Crystal number 6. Crystal number 6 on Skatzman's side. Alright, so Quizbowl opens the door, headed to lava chest. In about 20 minutes, give or take, behind Go Mode here. Does pick up his Go Mode bow. At this point is back half of TR, Helmosaur clear of Pod, and front half of Eastern, so quite a bit to make up here, unfortunately. Alright, Skatzman remembering grab some extra arrows there. Neither runner checking Mimic Cave. Yeah, pod into Eastern, very smooth. And he's already cleared all the checks. He just has to clear the bosses, just like Skatzman did. Good. So, Quizbowl continues to make his way through TR as Skatzman heads into Armos. Alright. Next up, Ether. Pointless, but thank you, game. And that is crystal number 7 on Skatzman's side. So, it is time for everyone's favorite game, GT Big Key Guessing Game. So let's see those numbers. Where is that big key today? Between 1 and 22. I always say number 8. I'm right. I've been right like 3 times total. 8's a kind of a weird check no matter which way you route it. But we will count it out and see. Guessing ends when the screen goes dark as he climbs the stairs. So we've got, 30 seconds still here to get your guesses in. Because we'll headed into Trinex. Be a bit of an easier fight here on Quiz's side with that tempered sword. Firehead down. Nice kill there on the ice head. And Skatzman heads into Dark World Portal one final time. All right, here we go. Let's see. That was a crystal number 5 on Quizbowl's side as he does take down Trinex. Flutes to 5, heads to Pot Eastern. And Skatzman enters Ganon's Tower at about 1:27:48. Into Hope Room. Oh, gets a nice safety item there with our cape. I definitely prefer the cape. Oh, there are silvers, so that's gonna be a big help. Now, I know some runners say that Master Sword Silver is still a really tricky fight because you still have to spin so much, and then it can be kind of tricky to get those silvers for some reason. But he has them. Lots of small keys there. So check, that was 7. Hey, check number 8. Yeah, that's hilarious. So check number 8 is it. Looks like Alan also guessed number 8, so congratulations. You win a lifetime supply of randomizer seeds. But yeah, we are go. Hit this climb. No silvers are gonna make this climb so free. Really for Skatzman, the only thing, the one thing that, if I were in his shoes that I would be hoping that I would have found was half magic. And of course, we know that it was in Mire Shed. Quizbowl headed towards Helmets Working. Skatzman making use of those iframes to get by that room. That technique is a thing this tournament. This main tournament qualifier is the first time I've seen that. A really cool technique to just use those iframes. And chat's talking about whether Skatzman checks for a sword along the way. I think so, right? It's a few seconds here and there, but make a big difference to you if you do find a sword. So, we'll do get crystal number 6 on Quizbowl side. Quizbowl heads into Eastern. Missing those silver shots on line mode 2. Gonna just move to slashes. I'm getting bullied. One down. Does have to be careful. He doesn't have a fairy. He does have 3 blue goods still. Is gonna have to use one of them here. As Quiz entering the back of Eastern. Skatzman making nice work here. As Quizbowl just misses that second shot on that red Igor. Cleans it up. Headed into Armos. So Quizbowl picks up crystal number 7. Just misses that bomb placement. It's gonna be tough if you're trying to catch it on the rail. So it moves down. So we'll grab these fairies. That's a horrible place for a map when you're hoping for something else. On to Moldorm 2. As Quizbowl heads back up the mountain one final time. Very nice Moldorm 2 fight. Especially after Moldorm 1 gave him so much trouble. Okay, game. Map and compass in the final 2 chests of the climb. That's something else. And Skatzman heads into Aga 2. We'll count our hits here. Nice double to start. As Quizbowl heads to Ganon's Tower. Single. Nice takedown of Vega 2 as Quizbowl enters Ganon's Tower at 1:35:06. And all right, so we've got Ganon fight. Just remember, he's got to spin here. Can't just slash. Getting those spins in now. Very nice. Nothing like a shovel late game. But we do get a full item check there on Quizbowl side with that shovel. He does find every item in the game. Nice use of that cape on phase 2 with that placement of Ganon. He's saving, that blue goo for phase 4 at this point. We are into phase 3 as the warping has started. Is getting that blue goo ready. You guys go ahead and use it. He does need that magic for torch glitch. As Quizbowl picks up his big key and looking to start his climb. Ganon knows that at this point he is screwed because of silvers. Oh no! Oh man. Skatzman with an unfortunate bounce there, and Ganon against Ganon will have to start all over. And with that Master Sword, that is not going to be fun at all. Let's see if he... Looks like he's going to go ahead and use that flute, go pick up some more blue. Definitely don't blame him here. He was down, I think, to 1. Go and do those, fill up your potions, fill up your magic, and start again. So definitely. Alright, so now we've got those blue goos filled up, headed back to Ganon. As Quizbowl is working on his gauntlet climb. Grabbing some bombs. Not sure he could just using those pots. A little bit of easier climb with him with Quiz on Tempered. As Skatzman heads back into Ganon for round number 2. Alright, starting our spins again on phase 1. Nice powder to grab those fairies. Does get 1 silver hit there on Lamo 2. Let's see if he gets 2. Doesn't quite get that 3rd one. As Skatzman hits phase 2. Getting phase 2 spins in. Nice use of those iframes to not get hit. White through phase 2, a couple more spins here will do it. Yeah. Yeah, and starting those dodges now. Hit number 1 on phase 3. Number 2. As well, not checking any of these chests. He has everything he needs at this point. Alright, Skatzman knows he's got 1 fairy here, so we'll take that fairy revive. Nice Moldorm 2 fight on Quizbowl side. Got 1 silver arrow shot in. 2 more silver arrows here and done. Oh, unfortunately does get by that fire bat 1 again as Quizbowl enters Aga 2 fight. There's 3. 1 more will do it. There's number 4. Skatzman just has to cross the bridge to complete this run. Get the GG's in chat for Skatzman. He crosses the bridge with an official race time of 1 hour, 42 minutes, and 21 seconds. So congratulations to Skatzman. A great run there. Quiz finishing up his Ega 2 fight is going to drop in to finish this race up. Kill Ganon. But we are joined by both our runners. GG's Skatzman, GG's Quizbowl.
GG's.
So it's a very interesting race. You were, Quiz, you were very late to that fire rod.
Yeah, I felt it. I was not happy with that location for that fire rod. The big fish strikes again.
Yeah, and then both of your go modes was that bow on lava chest.
Mm-hmm.
Chat was just kind of guessing that was going to be the case.
There was no way to get to there without the fire rod, so at least I felt slightly okay about that, but still very late.
Yeah. So, Skatzman, you want to talk about your heart-stopping moment there when you took that fall to Ganon?
My nerves have been rattled since Trinex. I really thought that fall was it, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, you had we thought you had a pretty good Trinex fight. You know, you being on Master Sword the entire time, it was definitely a little bit harder. Quiz found his 3rd sword in Waterfall Fairy or in Pyramid Fairy, which you were already go mode by the time you got your 2nd red crystal. So,
yeah, I felt like I had to go mode early, or I was going to stand a chance there. I mean, as soon as I had Master Sword, I said as soon as I found the bow, I was like, I need to go.
Yeah, and I think finding those finding silvers there on the torch was, nice find for both of you. Definitely made Ganon easier, so you didn't have to spend as many times there and to get it past phase 4. So, but
yeah, that was a sigh of relief for sure. I was already nervous, and then
I was, I actually didn't like finding those there because there was part of me that was wondering if you were only on Master Sword, and then I was like, oh well, my Skatzman's definitely getting these, so it's like, darn, another nail in my coffin.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have went differently if it wasn't there for sure.
yeah, so I
Yeah,
mean,
so your
but-
go mode was in pod, right? That's
No,
for
no,
fire rod?
no, the fire rod was on Sora.
Oh my gosh! Oh god!
Yeah, I know that, and that it was one of those things where I got there. I mean, the value in that waterfall cave with both the hammer and the hook shot there, but I only had like 200 rupees, so it's like, oh, that's something I can just orphan. No, you can't.
Yeah, I tried setting up the secondary water walk where you go to Man Under the Bridge first, and for some reason it glitched out on me, and I had to come back to Zora later. I actually paired it. I paired it later on, I think with a bunch of different checks, like I think mushroom and stuff, and then I ended up pairing Waterfall Fairy with Catfish.
So I got that. I turned in that mushroom like the moment I found it. Like I did sank into CAC, and then save quit, and then when I found the mushroom in there, I just immediately made the play to like, okay, I've just save quit. I'm gonna turn in this mushroom, and if it's nothing, I'll just hard reset. Yeah, but then it turned out to be Moon Pearl. So okay,
Yeah,
so I was
it was
feeling good about
definitely,
that.
Yeah, the money difference was Skatzman went and checked the uncle drop down and got that 300, and so
Yeah.
that's why he had the money with the first time that he got to Zora. He had the money
and
to go grab that
it did
pirate
cross
rock.
my mind that the 300 uncles like, oh, 300 plus 200 equals Zora money. But it was a fleeting thought. I got the hook shot and the hammer. I'm set, right?
Yeah, it was that hook shot and hammer, and you had so much open, and then Skatzman, besides the fire rat, also got mitts a lot earlier than you did out of Aha's closet. So
Yeah.
But
it was a little rough. It opened up a lot. Curious, how far into Thieves Town and Skullwoods did you go?
So no fire rod, so didn't make it all the way to the back, but I got both items out, right? So the flippers, right there, the first one, got all the chests, went to where the big key is, and found the big key. All right, so then I turned around, opened the big chest, and that was like a big 20 rupees or something. So I was like, okay, good, no more items. So nothing. I don't have to do anything else here until I find the fire rod. So, and then Thieves Town, I just did the first 4 because there were three items in there. Now, so I think the other big thing is I without the fire rod, I don't have a fire source, right? So I dipped Meyer and felt really good about pulling the lamp out of there.
Oh, you got the lamp, nice.
Yeah, so the lamp was in Meyer, right? And but the other item was on Vidi, so I had to go through the entire rest of the game, or the entire rest of the dungeon to beat Vidi.
Yeah, I didn't even touch Meyer at that point.
Yeah.
I went lampless. Yeah, I did the first 4 Thieves Town. I got that mirror, and I'm like, all right, I need to go. All I pulled was the flippers out of Skullwoods. I routed that a little weird, but something was telling me to go to the back first. So I don't know. I felt a little weird. I almost hated leaving the green pendant at that point, but I don't know. Something was telling me to run.
Okay, well, I think you hit the route, so that's definitely good on you. I think I wound up clearing basically everything. I think the only thing left unchecked outside of GT was like Spike Cave and then the Ped and the last item in Thieves Town. So I cleared this thing out.
Yeah, and you did right side GT first, so you actually got your shovel as well. We were joking about that you had every item after you picked up that shovel. So.
Oh yeah, and it also I was getting items left and right in GT, so it messed up my my quick swapping.
And I don't know why I did hope left, but because I've been doing right side if I get the key, and something just told me to go hope left there. I don't know what it was.
It was the right play. But yeah, it was a great race. I know Skatzman, you're eliminated from the tournament, but overall, how do you think you did? How do you feel like you played this tournament?
It was definitely a tough group. You know, I just came out of the mentor tournament. I had to go against the mentor, which is Tally, and you know, I kept it close on at least one of those races. So I was kind of proud of myself there. H-Tom I made some big mistakes with him on my match. Mirror in both of those seeds was my downfall. I mistracked in my cross hunt seed and left a mirror behind, and that I was searching for that for a good half an hour. My other seed was just I was last locating mirror, and it was just bad. So I'm not proud of those ones, but you know, simple mistakes. But I mean, you know, I fully expected Quiz to take me here, but I guess I hit the bad route. You know, I think I have one of the toughest groups here, and I'm happy to go down fighting, and you know, I was really proud of this win here. So
Yeah, I mean, it was a good win. So congratulations, Quiz, moving out of groups onto brackets.
Yeah, and GG's to Scats. I mean, you know, you have successfully made me one of the lower seeds in brackets. So
GG, but I wish you best luck in the brackets. I'm probably gonna try and do some top tracking, so I'm looking forward to seeing more matches from you guys.
all right, well, thank you very much. You know, well, I will try and do Group E proud in the brackets. You know, hopefully not one and outed, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, hey, thank you for the restream and all the volunteers and everything. I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no, this is always great fun to be able to be featured on one of these channels. So thank you for putting that together. You know, the restreamers, the trackers, and you, Rocky, for coming.
Yeah, it's no problem. Yeah. Just again, thank you to the Pain and Tumbletalk for tracking. And please do drop these runners, both Quizbowl and Skatzman, follows. They put on some great races, and we'll continue. Hopefully see Quizbowl restreamed here in the brackets. But for now, I think that is the end. Tom, you have anything you want to add?
Just add my thanks to everyone else's. Thank you to the runners for a great race to watch. Thank you to Payne for helping me track. Thank you to Rocky for solo calming this. And thank you, chat, for coming out and watching. So I'm going to send this over to ZSR1, where they're doing a double header of a Z2R matchup. So yeah, anybody else have anything wanted to add before I get us out of here? Otherwise, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Off we go then. Good night, everyone.
Good night, thank you.
Night, thanks.